Hi, this is Sandy. I wrote a blog yesterday called Dropping the Ball and Chain, and really wanted to write about and speak about today entitlement. And the reason I called it Dropping the Ball and Chain is because, I felt very much a slave to not just being entitled to certain material things, but working towards them through life. And just quickly, a couple of key points that I think make that kind of useless. And one would be going where, So you dedicate your life to working, to make money, to obtain certain material things. To what end? When there are obviously many people in the world, children in the world, that don't have the ability or means to do this. And also when I'm stuck in my mind, and my mind's telling me, you're entitled to a home, you're entitled to a cottage, you have to catch up with your peers. They all have, an SUV and a convertible and a cottage and spoil their kids and go on trips, blah, 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 etc. And to what end? Growing old, suffering, and death, but more comfortable, because you would be more comfortable if you had the money. However, it's the same end. I guess one of the reasons why I'm talking about that is yesterday, just before I was going to write my blog and do my blog, my husband met me at the door saying my mother was admitted to the hospital again, and she is suffering with her foot, badly infected. She's diabetic. She has other problems. And, she's just ending up in the hospital more and more. It seems to be getting worse. It's not depressing ever seeing my mom or talking to her, because she's quite positive, and she stays in the physical quite naturally, I think. So it's never a drag. She never brings me down at all. It saddens me to feel like I would lose her, so I'm trying to not go into my mind about that, but when I feel, to express the feeling in the moment, and that's very helpful. When he told me that, it was funny because my mind filled with, before I get back to entitlement, a whole bunch of thoughts came up, because both my brother and sister, I have another brother, but the ones that live here in Toronto are away. And so I had these thoughts popping up in my mind and plaguing me. Thoughts like, well, you're going to have to call your brother and sister and ruin their vacation that they've worked hard for and waited for. You're going to have to ruin it, and she might not die or whatever. Anyway, and call them back from their vacation. You're going to have to make a tough decision if you get a call in the middle of the night. You want your mother to die so you can get your inheritance. Lots of thoughts that bring up guilt. So I was more successful at looking at these as thoughts from my mind. It's not who I am. I know who I am. I feel more confident with that now. I know how I feel about my mother. And so I was able to look at them as something, well, there they are. Kind of popping up in little bubbles. There's that thought, there's that thought. And apply self-forgiveness and let it go more and continue with my day flowing. And I am not saying I do this perfectly. It's obviously a process. I'm saying it is a beginning that it helps me feel more stable I'm enjoying that, and I'm definitely learning that in the Destiny I process course. So I was able not to get stuck in those thoughts, to bring about more thoughts and guilt, thoughts and feelings and emotions. I was able to put them aside, use the tools of self-forgiveness, self-honesty, and breath, and being here, and continue with my day. So that was really great. And the reason I was going to talk about entitlement was because my husband had said quite a while ago, so I started my Destiny I process in December, and it's now early March, March 5th. And I'd say even a month ago, my husband said that he noticed a significant change in me, and that he was relieved because I was letting go of my sense of entitlement. He used the word entitlement. We've been married for 4 years coming up, and we met, and oh, it doesn't matter. We're both in the same self-help group, I guess you could put it that way. So we met in kind of a self-help group, and we've both been through quite a bit, and lost a lot of material wealth in our lives. So, you know, getting together, we had a bed. We're really fortunate. We have a home. But I had, I guess, spoken throughout the years about feeling that I needed to catch up with my peers and, you know, get a cottage. We got to get a cottage. Got to get before it's too late. You know, before it's too late, we have to get a cottage. And we already have a lovely home in a wonderful area. You know, I'd have a lot of dreams and thoughts that would plague me, and what I didn't have. It's not that generally I wasn't a grateful person. I was. I've been through alcoholism. It's a horrible, horrible disease. It's not easy to stop, but I had to do. It's not hard now not to drink at all. So I was very grateful. It's not that. I wouldn't say I'm the most selfish person in the world and all that. But I come from a pretty materialistic world. So there's things that I thought I should have, and I should have them because my family has them. The girls I grew up with in high school have them. The women I've met since then, you know, in my adult life. So I just thought I should have them, and I should be able to provide my children with nice trips, even in their young adult lives, because I never did when they were younger. I should have my home renovated, another car, extra security income. I have some debt. I have debt, so I'd like to pay that off. So I guess I did feel a sense of entitlement, and my husband said, and I did when I started the course, quite remarkably, when I started to understand myself, that I had systems, in fact, placed in me, that I am, in fact, an organic robot. I exist in memories, and in memories of memories from past on generations. I was able to see that clearly when I kind of went crazy for a while, and my mind went crazy, and so I feel very certain about it. It's not like I read some stuff on the Destiny site and just take it. Oh, okay, whatever they say. It's not like that. I did experience how my mind just is full of information, and it came at me, and it was stuff there's no way I could have known it. Possible. So I experienced myself, the mind being out of control, taking over completely, possessing me, and giving me a whole bunch of information that I could not have known as just Sandy. And so I understand myself more now. I'm more comfortable with that. I love staying here in the moment. Don't do it all the time perfectly at all. And what the hell do I need more for when most people in the world, I mean, like I said, children in the world don't have very little or nothing. I have a beautiful home. We are working on it, doing the work ourselves. It's fun. I love doing it. It doesn't cost much. And I have everything. Yeah, I have some debt, but I'm very fortunate. My husband sells cars, so we always have a car, a new car we get to drive. And yeah, I have food, I have security, and there isn't one thing I need. What do I need clothes for? What do I need to buy my children's love for? Is that love? you know, we have good relationship. We talk. I've been able to let go of a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of crap, and it felt so good. Sometimes I slip into that. My sister was able to afford to buy my parents' cottage when my dad passed away, or before then. And I might feel twinge of like, oh, that's not right. Her children and their spouses have the cottage, the family cottage. It's like, so what? It's a little house on a lake. I can walk down to Lake Ontario. It's beautiful. I do every day. So what? What difference does it make? It means nothing. It means nothing to this world. I will contribute nothing to this world if I work my ass off out there in the corporate world to make enough money to get a down payment to buy a little house on a lake. Now, is it peaceful and beautiful to look at water? Yeah, it is, and there are ways to do that. To enjoy nature, of course. I do enjoy nature. I don't have to own it. I don't have to own it at all. Everyone, I said to myself when I was letting go of stuff, when everybody has a house, everybody, and everyone has a house, then I'll start thinking about buying a cottage. Maybe I could also think about how everyone could have a piece of, to be able to enjoy the water in the lake. One is equal. In oneness and equality. Everyone wants to be comfortable and to feel safe and to have some nice things, some things that are pleasant, that helps express who they are. That's cool. But why should just I have it? Why should I listen to my mind that says I deserve it because I was born into a family that had some money? Not a lot of money. Some money. And I have a lot of acquaintances who have millions of dollars. And my ex's family have millions of dollars. So what? What does it mean in the end? What does it give? I'm not saying they don't give to charity. Charity doesn't change the world. Anyway, I've said enough. I didn't mean to go on this long. So please check out Destiny. Destiny I Process is the course that I'm taking and enjoying thoroughly. Thank you.